All right, so I'm going to go a little bit faster, but if you do have a question, say something. Don't fall behind in writing the stuff down. All right, with this equation, it is really easy to tell who is A and who is B. Right. So looking at 1.03, greater than 1, growth. Okay. What's the base is the growth factor in this case. So B equals 1.03. To find the rate, you need to understand that B is equal to 1 plus R. So if I subtract 1 from both sides, I get that R is equal to 0.03. And the initial value is my A. A happens to be 1.4. It's easy, but it's very easy to make mistakes. Where's your pass? So I thought I was recording. So number 4, we said that 0.75 was decay. We said the decay factor was going to be our B value, which is 0.75. The rate of decay, we need to understand that B is equal to 1 minus R. Okay, so we just swap them. R is equal to 0.25, and the initial value is A16. So right now, everybody's working on 5 and 6 individually without talking. All right, here we go. So is it growth or decay for number 5? Decay. What is the decay factor? What is the rate of decay? No, not 0.5.
0.05.
0.05. You had to use that calculator, guys. 1 minus 0.95. Oop. The R is equal to that. In the initial value? All right, so for number 6, growth or decay? Growth factor? Rate of growth? Huh? 2. Yes, 1 plus 2 is 3. Right? It's basically you're taking your part and you're making 2 more so that you have three in total. So that you have tripled. And the initial value is 8. Good. The cake. Now let's take it up to the next level. For R, we said it was growth, and B is equal to 1 plus R when it's growth. So 3 equals 1 plus R. Subtracting 1 from both sides, we get that R equals 2. How do we do the what? BK.
How do you do the K?
What K? We don't have a K.
Decay. Growth and decay.
1 minus R. We did it right here. We did it in number 4. We did it in 5, 4. We did it in the first one. All right, so things you need to know is that you deposit $1,500 in an account that pays 5% interest compounded yearly. Find the balance after 6 years. If there's anything that you're going to ask, why do I need to learn this? It is this. Are we clear? Malik,
Okay.
are you with me or somewhere else? Because I cannot see. I know Kalia's not with me anymore because she's napping. But so,
How you let Khalid nap, but not me?
I'm not that.
All right. Stop. All right, so I mentioned the compound interest formula. The growth formula is just a simplified form of this one, and let me explain it, okay? Pay attention, I'm gonna write it down and show you. In fact, I think I already did write it down. I did it in the beginning. Oh, it's not on this one. Did I write it in yours? I wrote it in yours in your printout, right? I said that. I would like for the video not to take forever, so can you all hush? Michael, can you stop bouncing in your seat? All right, we said that the balance A is equal to the principal times 1 plus R over N raised to the NT. That's the compounding formula. And then one of the things I said, that if you compound yearly, that means that N equals 1. Okay. So when N equals 1, that means I'm substituting 1 for these. This formula becomes A equals P, 1 plus R divided by 1 is just going to be R. 1 times T is just going to be T. Okay. Once we compare this to the growth formula, sorry, let me write 1 plus B here. 1 plus R. So from this, we can see that the P represents the initial value. The balance is our Y. And 1 plus R doesn't change. Still in decimal form. And time goes with X. So the growth formula is just a simple version of the compounding formula, compounding yearly. We can compound more often, is what I was talking about before. If you're compounding monthly, then your ends become months, not years. So here we go. Well, we'll see it afterwards. Right now, we're just going to practice with the simple form. That is why when we see these problems, we can just go ahead with the regular growth formula. You deposit $1,500. A equals number 1. A equals 1,500. Pays 5% interest. So R is 5%. Divided by 100 gives you 0.05. Balance after 6 years. So we know that X is going to be 6. So now I'm just going to plug the information in. Initial value of 1,500. 1 plus 0.05. Remember, we have to use the decimal form. And X represents the time, so that would be the 6. Okay. So